Dr. Zakir Naik and friends, I deem it my privilege to be here this morning to hear this talk by Dr. Zakir Naik, the President of the Islamic Research Foundation, and I was really impressed by it. I am a Hindu, but don't go to the temples. Neither introduce religion in my politics. I belong to the Congress. Here, those who came to hear Dr. Zakir Naik should have seen and realized that he is a person who has to do with Islam religion, and he will speak only on Islam religion. And I feel it very unhappy that some of the people who introduce religion in politics tried to obstruct his speech by asking inconvenient questions. May I ask them a question? Have they read Vedas? Have they read Upanishads? Have you read any of the religious scripts? Or because it is convenient to be a Hindu to come in power, they want to canvass religion? My submission is, most respectful submission is, here I came to hear a Muslim scholar on the topic what his religion wants to convey. Whether I accept or I don't accept is another thing. But I will tell you that the Hindu religion is there for thousands of years, and Islam religion has come 1400 years back. It is a religion which has come up after seeing the torture done by other religions on the people of the world, and therefore that is a religion which is more socialistic and has given more the method also how to implement. I remember in 1978 when I contested from Thana, from this beauty, I met my friend Ishaq Narvel, advocate, and he gave me the translation of Quran in English, which I had gone through before I contested election. I still remember to have read The Contribution of the Muslim in the Freedom Movement of India, a book written by author, and I am to tell my friends here who are talking about the religion and Hinduism, that it was the Wahhabis who first stood against the British in 1833. It is not the Hindu that collected together to fight the Battle of Independence, but it was the Muslim who fought the Battle of Independence. It is unfortunate that both of us don't go together. It is unfortunate for this country, but it is really equally unfortunate that some persons want to canvass it and make it a point in politics to introduce religion. I am really impressed by the speech. I have learned a lot. Not that I agree with whatever he has said, but it's a way of thinking and certainly deserves serious consideration. And I am thankful to him. I thank you all.
May I now request respected advocate K.R. Hingorani to present his presidential address.
Dr. Naik, Hegde Sahab, my friends, I'm really honored to have been asked to preside over this function, though of course in a vacancy-filling manner. But even then, I'm really proud to be here and associated with the thoughts which are expressed by Dr. Naik. I'm not an expert on any religion, either mine or of Dr. Zakir's. But one thing I can claim, that I was born in a place where Islam was first brought in to the shores of India. I come from a province known as Sindh. For the first time in my life, I have heard a Muslim scholar, though I have heard so many Muslim Maulanas, who can understand and really read the things comparatively, not only from an exclusive point of view, as normally it is misunderstood by us, that Islam is an exclusive religion, only meant for compartmental people who believe in certain things and who disbelieve in other things. When he said that we should bring out the commonalities, the common things between the different religions first, and then disagree upon the points which we do not agree upon, I think this is one of the best statements that I have heard in my life. Once I had heard Dr. Radhakrishnan speaking in the same vein on the comparative religions of India, and after that, after about 50 years, I heard Dr. Naik to speak. that there are certain common things. And really there are certain common things, because when he spoke about the taqwa, it's an Arabic word, I think that is the pronunciations, and he said it is God consciousness, I was reminded of my own Shivaism, Kashmiri Shivaism, which also talks about the God consciousness as being the fundamental force in life, that everything emanates from it. It is not born, it is not created, it is not come out of the womb of a woman, it is self-evident, Swambhu, it is there in existence since time immemorial. When the time had not started, Shiva was there, and when he talked about God consciousness, I was reminded of that. Hinduism as such is not restricted only to Vedanta. The four Vedas are also very difficult to understand. Of course, he has studied them. I bow before his scholarliness, and I feel that what he says is correct. And I quite agree with him that Hindu word is a geographical connotation, and I'm proud to say that it came into existence because of the Sindh. When the foreigners came to India, they tried to cross the Indus River, especially Sikandar. And he said that it is Sindhu. It was told to him that the name of this river is Sindhu. And being an Iranian or a Yunani, he could not pronounce Sindhu. He said it is Hindu. Hafta Hindu, they call 7 rivers as Hafta Hindu, 7 rivers. So I'm proud that the word Hindu has come because the Sindh was there. And really in India, we need this type of thing, because much misconception has gone there that Muslims are terrorists. Somebody asked a question. I mean, I think this is the most reprehensible statement that was ever made, that Muslims are terrorists. This is all nonsense, and it should be curbed. And it is because of this that we feel that we are so insecure in this country. You cannot treat a Muslim as a terrorist because he is a Muslim. He is a fundamentalist. If he is a fundamentalist of the color of Dr. Naik, I welcome him. I'll welcome him to my house. And you must also know, of course, I have to talk about these things which I never wanted, because when I came, I had a spiritual experience by his talk. But then recently, 2-3 days back, there was a news in the paper that the front man for the person in Dubai is a Hindu. I'm referring to Dr. Ramesh Sharma. He is the man who they claim to be the person who coordinated all the works of Dawood sitting in. Now, whom will you say? A Hindu is a terrorist or a Muslim is a terrorist? Therefore, please forget these things. Forget about Muslims have been there. Bad kings from Muslims were there, bad kings from Hindus were there, and they need to be improved. But you can't say or hold anything against Dr. Naik for what Alauddin Khilji did in his times, or what Aurangzeb did to his brothers, or what Akbar did. These things are nonsense. These are facts of history which you have to gloss over. You want to live in this country, try to understand the common things between the parties. Bring them out. I'll request Dr. Naik to go into Hindu congregations and try to make them understand what Islam stands for. And as far as my personal belief is concerned, I think Islam is one of the greatest things that has happened to this world. Thank you very much for giving me this honor and hearing me out.